How real do you see a possibility of this bill not passing? We had so much optimism over the weekend, but Tuesday we're seeing a lot of pushback on, honestly, both sides of the aisle.
Yeah, so I think the two wings are pushing back, but the fact that it cleared the House Rules Committee last night is a positive sign. It will pass the floor, likely pass the floor later today in the Senate at the end of the week. So I think the chances for this bill are very high, and it would take some new catalyst to enter the discussion to change the vote dynamics at this point. The wings will vote against it, but I think the center of both parties will hold, and I think it'll pass relatively comfortably now.
All right, so relatively comfortably. You're definitely an optimist when it comes to this because a lot of people are concerned about it. So I also want to talk to you about the U.S. credit rating. This is a marriage of convenience between Republicans and Democrats to push this whole thing past the 2024 election. How do you see the credit rating agencies viewing this entire deal and the fact that we're seeing still so much bipartisan disagreement when it comes to it?
So, S&P downgraded their rating in 2011 after the deal was reached in 2011 between President Obama and Speaker Boehner. So there's a precedent that the rating agencies can step in and downgrade after a debt ceiling deal, even though will be no missed payments. So it is certainly a possibility. At the same time, I think the rating agencies have to, and I'm sure they are, considering the fact that even in the wake of the S&P downgrade in 2011, yields fell, right? The bond market rallied. There was a flight to safety due to other economic impacts and considerations at the time. So, from a credibility standpoint, is it good for the rating agencies to downgrade and see another rally in the Treasury market? So that's probably a consideration as well. And then
Okay.
Because of that, you ask, what's the point of a downgrade if it doesn't impact the economy and interest rates, as was the case in 2011.
All right, one more thing we want you to consider before we let you go. Coming out just moments ago from China's Commerce Minister, who just wrapped up his meeting with Elon Musk, saying the two had extensive and in-depth talks over China-U.S. economic and trade cooperation. He added China will continue to support long-term stable development of foreign firms in China. What does that say to you about all this? Are U.S. companies, are they taking the lead in this U.S.-China relations and just dealings? What does this say to you about the path forward for governmental relations and also corporate relations?
I don't think that they're taking the lead in relations because they're not beholden and they're not constrained by considerations that our government are constrained by. So, obviously they are looking to penetrate a market, to grow a market. Government leaders have other considerations, obviously representing U.S. companies and trying to enhance U.S. company opportunities abroad, but they also have multilateral considerations. So government officials collaborating with U.S. allies in the region, and that just leads to a slower process in terms of engaging with China. So I don't see them taking a lead. I see the private sector having different considerations and not being constrained by factors that hold back a government entity like the U.S. federal government.